So NBIS just exploded over 16% today as the semiconductors and the data center momentum continues to rip a lot higher this morning. And meanwhile, this morning, what I was doing was actually positioning in the semiconductor downside through SOXS because I was slightly negative to start the day here, but I might even keep this one alive depending on if the market pulls back. In the event it does, SOXS will most likely rally much, much higher. So that's why I have a position there just to guard against things. Portfolio is up 0.13%. So either way, things are looking good. Let's get into NBIS. So when we see stocks like NBIS moving heavily, one of the things that contributes to this aggressive move is going to be the capital that's flooding in from top companies like Apple and Tesla and Google. And then, of course, if you guys didn't see, there was a pretty large investment from NVIDIA in NBIS. And this ticker symbol was previously, I don't know the ticker symbol actually, but it was called Yandex. And we've seen it go from just a couple dollars here back around $13 a share in 2024 into 2025 to as high as $200 a share as of recently today. It's at all-time highs up to $208. So we're going to go into, whether this momentum is continuing up or what we're seeing going on because, as you look at companies like APLD, which is one of our top holdings, or IREN or NBIS, there is that potential for a major leg higher where we see the stock continue up even more because the compute for AI is increasingly in demand and the data centers are also seeing a huge demand for the AI, and the GPU clusters is a big one with NBIS. And so not just data centers, but also semiconductors are up today, which is, good. We have been hedging a little bit to anticipate some sell-offs as we did get some sell-offs into yesterday, but we see everything edge a little bit higher today. There's 3 steps I'm looking at when we're breaking down a stock like NBIS. And first of all, you have the RSI and the MACD way overbought. I don't live by the RSI and MACD. It's just one indicator, but you do see a very big overbought extension here where there is that potential for a quick snapback as it's up 16% today. So over the next few days, we're just going to watch, kind of see how the moves look into the next few days. But I like this company for a few reasons. So number one is going to be the data center market growing extremely fast, and that the investments from big tech, according to the earnings last week, for example, with Apple or any of the top companies, Microsoft, they were all talking about how they're investing more into the market of data centers. And if you look at some of the news, I mean, one of the things, CPI rise 3.8% year over year, a little bit above estimates, so macro market could sell down. But what we're looking at here, especially with Nebius, is artificial intelligence seeing a huge increase in demand and their revenue beating, their EPS beating, so they're crushing their earnings. Their earnings are doing very well over the last few earnings. While the demand is huge and we see NVIDIA buying into them recently, and we can also pull them up on Prophecy so we can see the insider buying and selling, the demand indicates that they're seeing more revenue, of course, jumping in at actually 2026 in Q1. They didn't do 227 million in their recent earnings. They actually just reported earnings about 4 hours ago, and their shares have jumped 16% as their revenue came in at 399 million. That's right, over 684% year over year growth. And the EPS was negative 23 cents, but analysts were expecting negative 78 cents. So they crushed it on both lines. And what's interesting is that, you see these big contracts come in for companies like Nebius, and you just kind of hope that it reflects in the actual earnings. You hope that the income statements come in and it actually reflects. And so far, as we see the growth year over year, revenues jumping, again, well over 500%, as we mentioned, nearly 1,000% revenue increases. And their negative net income is still something to watch, but they've recently, with this big revenue increase of about, 500, 600, 700%, there's still, their stock has also gone up from $32 a share to $214 just in the last year. So you do have some things to watch there as they've recently surged, and you could look at the balance sheet as well. They're currently, their assets, they're holding billions of dollars, $5+ billion. You have to ask, what's driving it? Because, the revenue is good. Obviously, the increase in revenue and the year-over-year change is good, but it definitely doesn't justify their massive market cap here. And I think what people are looking at is, first of all, the investment from NVIDIA. So NVIDIA back in March poured about $2 billion into Nebius. And then Microsoft also signed a deal with them, a multi-year deal that's worth 17 billion, I believe. 17 billion with Microsoft. And then if you think about it, what's the number one thing that companies that are offering GPUs and starting to get their technology out there are looking to validate? It's not just that they have the computing power, but that they're not just small names that they're working with, but they're working with big names that, excuse me, if on top of that, you had not just Microsoft, but you also see that they're continuing to break ground on huge AI factories, which they have recently, in order to support some of the demand right now for all of the AI compute. They just opened up a gigafactory, or broke ground on a gigafactory in Missouri as well. It's a 310 megawatt facility as well that they got going on over in Finland too. And so they're scaling really fast. They're building these large data centers, and they are also seeing a lot of agentic AI demand for their service. They're in the AI cloud. They're in token factories. So they basically allow you to use a lot of different AIs as well, which is excellent. I love that. And the power is that their infrastructure is going to meet some of the demand, and they're going to capture a lot of value. So if you look at them right now, utilization is high. They're still constrained in that they're looking to scale fast enough. Can they build enough? And then a big chunk of their capacity that they are building right now is already pre-sold. So they're pre-selling the actual infrastructure. And so kind of similar to what APLD does as well. You've seen that with APLD, they pre-sell the compute. But here's where, I'd pay attention. The bull case is there. And a lot of the projections are fairly bullish. Into the next year, you have most projections 40%, 50%. But I think looking at the bear case is also just as interesting right now, because while they're planning to obviously grow revenues and continue to see more AI contracts, when I'm looking at the projections, obviously they're very bullish. They're also planning to spend between about 16 and $20 billion on infrastructure in 2026 alone. And so if you kind of look at that, it's possible that the actual net income will continue to just be negative, and it's going to stay negative. And they are burning a lot of cash. So they're, having to raise, they're burning cash aggressively. And while that's excellent, it's excellent that, they're investing back in their infrastructure. It's always a risk. It's always that potential that, what happens when they drop 20 billion in market cap. Some companies say that their fair value, if you look at their EPS, it's kind of insane. It's like what, 5,000 or something, like PE ratio. The $11 targets on the stock for example, like Morningstar, they say that it's at an extreme, extreme premium right now, 532% premium at current prices. And that their argument is that basically once GPU scarcity normalizes and a lot of the cloud gets more commoditized, is that they might see not as much revenues, like for example, a company that already has a lot of infrastructure that you see companies converting. You might even have a supply shock of some sort that could take place in the AI markets. It's possible. And in that sense, if that were to be the case, it might be short lived, but you could see tremendous sell offs. And, in the last 6 months, when I was looking at the insiders on prophecy, at least, it seems that insiders have made about 12 open market trades. You have seen 12 sales. So you see the sells here from directors, sells from the CRO and the CEO, 0 buys, 12 sells. So the insiders have been selling, 0 purchases. So it is worth noting because you see that big premium and it's like into May, basically all insiders in the company are selling. There's no buys essentially. So, with those things in mind, there is that potential big bear case where you can see a big correction and, anyway, that could happen. But the median price target right now is about 175. So this kind of previous resistance level where they recently jumped up from in the last few days is going to be a level to watch. And we'll see if they do continue to trade above this $200 price point, which is very exciting. But that 175 support is going to be right here. This is the level. So they could use that previous resistance at 193. But what we're watching in the technical analysis, obviously in the short term, little higher risk. It's right up here at the top. You could trade it still, but risk management is obviously going to be encouraged. And then they're a big AI infrastructure play where they could continue up. But if we see that the explosive revenue they had and this big earnings spike doesn't sustain, just continued straight up, then it obviously being at an all-time high, it would make sense that there's a higher probability you do see a slight pullback here. There is that previous resistance at 195. That's a 5% sell down. Maybe there's more emphasis on, they beat earnings so well, but maybe there's more emphasis from the market on the fact that they're burning a lot of cash. And some other fair value models definitely would not be favorable for NBIS, and that they may sell down that 175 support as well. So just keeping those things in mind, insider selling, some of that pressure. But for the most part, obviously the golden age of AI is here, and we're seeing a lot of the market respond super favorably for data centers. That's why we cover it. And this is the kind of setup that we've been walking through for quite some time. If I go into NBIS and we look at some of the coverage, we've been covering the stock for quite some time. I can go back into when we were talking about Nebius signing a $27 billion deal, this months ago, and looking at some of our projections back into those levels. You should just know before touching. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of risk. But when we were watching this a while back, we were seeing it here at 130 and saying, hey, there's that possibility that we get that big push out, the big breakout and continued breakouts. So just watch it at 130, and these were the all-time highs right here, and then we saw it surge. So again, that was back here. We've seen it obviously go up to 200 now. So just keeping those things in mind. Also do your own due diligence, of course. And if you would like to tune on into our live trading sessions, we do trade live every morning at market open. We'd love to see you there. It's going to be the second link in the description below to tune on in to our live trading. If I earned your thumbs up, hit the like button. Do consider subscribing if you want to stay up to date with top AI companies, data center, quantum, space companies, and all of the companies in robotics, and finding companies that have integrity and that have good financials. Then make sure to subscribe again, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.